When most guys go on a date, they have absolutely no game plan. Instead, what they do is they fumble around hopelessly, jumping from topic to topic, hoping against hope that something amazing happens, like a makeout, or maybe more. But today, I want to tell you about 4 things that absolutely every guy has to do on a first date. And if you do these 4 things, it's going to build a massive amount of attraction, likability, and increase your odds of having a second date 10-fold. And the last step is the linchpin of them all. It ties everything together. And without that, it's possible that everything falls apart. You see, for most women, first dates are a really boring experience. It's not engaging, it's not interesting, and she walks away feeling meh. But if instead you can create an emotional journey that gets her emotionally engaged with you, makes her feel really good about herself and the guy that she just spent an hour or 2 with, then the odds of her wanting to see you again go through the roof. The key is an emotional journey. So we want to make her feel things, and stumbling around in the dark without a game plan is a terrible strategy for making a woman feel lots of good things about you. So the first thing you have to do is you have to lead. And that stands for listen, empathize, ask, and discover. Think of this as a 5 to 10 minute window where you're investing all of your energy trying to learn about her. What makes her tick? What makes her special? What's going on inside of her? What drives her in life? Try to understand why, to really get to the core of what makes her, her. So for example, if I meet a woman who says she's a nurse, I'm going to want to maybe learn, why did she get into nursing? What made her decide that? I might ask her, is it everything she hoped it would be? I might ask her, what would she like to do if she could do anything more? Did she learn helping from a very young age? Did she have other nurses in the family? So I'm trying to ask questions to understand nursing, not just go, oh, cool, and ask a new question. I really want to understand what makes her tick. And you can do this with a lot more than just her profession. You can do it with her hobbies. You can do it with her holiday destinations. You can do it with her country of origin, if she's from somewhere else. You can do it with her education levels and so much more. You're just trying to learn the why she makes big life decisions. And when you really understand that, she's going to feel understood and she'll like you as a result. Because people really like people who want to learn about us. And as a woman, if you meet a guy who's really learning about you and finding things out about you that you don't share with a lot of people, you'll feel invested. And when you're invested and feel like someone's really curious about you, it's flattering and we can't help but like. The second thing that you need to do is craft and share your hero story. What is a hero story? You can go ahead and look it up, but I'm going to give you the simple version. You want to find a story from your own life where you struggled against adversity, where everything went wrong, where you felt helpless and powerless, and you didn't know if you were going to make it. And from there, you overcame those odds and you found a better life. You built a better life. Someone said something interesting to you. You had an amazing experience which turned everything around. What was that for you? We all have a hero story. And when you craft that story and tell that story, you're doing something amazing. Because first of all, you're showing vulnerability. Hey, I was weak. Hey, I struggled. Hey, life was hard for me. But you're also showing strength and grit. Hey, I overcame these obstacles. I stood up. I took charge of my life. Things improved. So for example, if I were to tell my hero story, it's the fact that when I was in my late teens and early 20s, I was absolutely crippled with panic attacks. I couldn't leave the house for more than a couple of hours at a time. I had no social life. I had no dating life. And when I finally overcame my panic attacks after 3 years of being more or less housebound, I had no social skills. I had no dating skills. I had no flirting skills. I was scared of a lot of social situations and I had to overcome that. And little bit by little bit, I started to get myself back out into the world. And I decided that I was going to become more confident than any of my friends had been before I started getting sick. And you can see that if I expand this story out and tell it in a really nice 2-minute snippet, women are going to think, wow, this guy's come from such a difficult situation and now he's really built himself. Good on him. And that creates respect and admiration. The third thing you have to do is BIGCOM, which stands for big, impressive, genuine compliment. You see, human beings are wired interestingly. We really like compliments. But on the flip side, we also really dislike someone who's giving us too many compliments or whose compliments are fake. So BIGCOM is a strategy whereby instead of just giving lots of tiny little compliments like that dress looks nice on you, oh cool, I think nurses are awesome. Instead what you do is you put all your energy into one massive compliment. Find something about her that you genuinely like, that you genuinely admire. Not about how she looks, not about how she's dressed, not about something superficial, but something more about who she is, what she's accomplished. Maybe she's studied really hard. Maybe she's worked really hard on a career for herself. But when you find that thing that you genuinely admire, give her a really big compliment. Wow, you started your own business. I think that is about the coolest thing a person can do. And it's hard, right? I've been through this myself. It takes a very special kind of person to be willing to do that, because you put in all this work and all this energy with absolutely no guarantee of a return. But you do it because you want something better for your life. And you do it because you want to prove to the world that you are more than just an employee. I think that's so amazing to find someone who's been through that journey as well. That's a compliment. And it's picking something about her that she probably values about herself as well. What this means is that you give her validation for the things she is most proud of, who she is as a human being. And that compliment, because it's genuine, because it's real for you, and because you've just given one, is going to really boost her confidence and self-esteem, and she's going to like you for it. The fourth thing, and the linchpin tying everything together, is banter and teasing. Now, you've heard me talk about this before, but banter and teasing is really critical on a first date. First of all, because when you arrive at a date, everybody's nervous. Everybody's a little bit on edge. And you can never possibly hope to get someone relaxed enough to start talking about the deeper parts of who they are if they're not relaxed. So if a woman meets you and the first thing you do is laugh with them, tease her playfully, right, in a friendly way, that's really amazing. But you don't just do it in the beginning. You need to do it in the middle too. So you might meet her, you might lead, and then what you're going to do is after you're finished with that, you're going to banter and be playful a little bit. And then what you're going to do is learn about her. And then you're going to give her a BIGCOM, and then you're going to banter and be playful again. And all this might take place over 20 minutes, half an hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But you're peppering in the banter outside of these really deep, meaningful conversations. And what this does is it creates this journey of ups and downs, as well as pushes and pulls. Because remember, you can't just be constantly pulling her in with compliments and nice stories. You also need to be playfully pushing her away with a little bit of teasing and banter. And this creates an amazing dynamic on a date that makes her walk away thinking, wow, I was engaged. I had fun. This wasn't just meaningless, mindless, directionless chatter. I really felt like I connected with this person. I feel like I had chemistry with this person. So guys, on every single date, you need to listen, empathize, ask, and discover. You need to tell her your hero story. You need to have a big, impressive, genuine compliment, and you need to pepper the conversation with banter. And if you do that, wow, you are all but guaranteed second dates, because all of a sudden you're going to be one of the best dates that she's been on in months. So guys, this video is a little shorter than my other videos on purpose. I want to try something a little bit different. If you're really liking this style, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys in my future videos.